So, hi, welcome. This is Mainly Food Focused, and I am Matt Trisky, and this is
Caitlin Trisky.
welcome.
I'm Matt's daughter,
Okay.
and we work together.
Yes, we do. That's very interesting. You're doing such a good job at at saying the things.
Well, one might say I'm a natural.
Okay, you're practicing, I see.
Yes, so we are mainly food focused, and I wonder why. I wonder why we're mainly food focused.
We've been brought up to focus on food.
Yeah.
And like, what's for dinner next? And what are we eating next week? And what's for breakfast?
What's for dinner?
What's the next snack coming up? And, oh, did you try that food and how terrible that was? Or, oh, did you notice that this had too much ginger? Or did you notice?
Not enough salt.
Oh, my word.
The number one thing is it needed salt.
Right. Right. Oh, that thing needs salt. I don't know why that is with us. We got that heightened.
Well, we just have attuned senses.
Attuned.
Attuna matata.
That's life. Right? C'est la vie.
Yes. Well, we've been around food for a long time, personally and in business.
This is true.
Yeah. I grew up, my parents had a catering business and opened a restaurant.
Yeah, that's true. We did that, and we still do that.
We still do that.
We reinvent our business every 2 years. Yeah. Let's plan another business.
Yeah, now we're going to open a steakhouse.
Oh, my word. You know what's funny is that my mom, she's like, oh, I got this good idea. Sit down.
Oh.
Let's sit down. I want to talk about this.
Good job.
Good job. Good job. She says, a restaurant that serves keto food. It's a keto restaurant. And so it's like, we kind of already have that. I didn't hate to say that to her, but.
Yeah, I would say meat is very keto friendly.
Right. Collard greens.
Not mac and cheese, though.
Green beans. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I can see where she's coming from because she wants to like have the good experience of going out and eating food. What is happening? I think it's the flag.
It is the flag. It also could be somebody taking their garbage can to the curb, but it's not.
That's not what that was.
No, I know.
No, it was a flag in the wind.
This is true.
I can see where, because she's like missing out on that like experience part of going out to eat and stuff.
Right.
But it's just because she's so close-minded when it comes to the food.
Exactly.
That she's not realizing how much just already keto food is out there.
Right.
Like your go-to is the steak and broccoli.
But it's funny because she wants us to reinvent the business again. Open back up as a restaurant.
We can't reinvent anything in the position where we are right now.
No, agreed. It's the location, dummy.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about your business and how you got there.
Basically.
Why should anyone listen to you?
Well, because there may be something funny might come out of my mouth.
Other than that.
Okay. My passion's always been food. My mom had a restaurant, and my mom and dad, I grew up in a restaurant, basically. Never wanted to have a restaurant. Oh, man, that was the worst. And now, like 13 years later, I'm like, oh, my word.
I heard that a lot growing up.
Married to the business, yep. But I don't know. I like hospitality and making people feel good about all the food they're having, things that taste good and whatnot. And I love smoking meat. That's where it came from, basically. Yeah.
So you started smoking meats when we lived up in New York.
This is correct. Yes. Researching, trying things, buying smokers, modifying smokers, and things like that.
Did you start out with like one of those little ones you get from Lowe's or Home Depot?
The first thing I ever smoked meat on was a gas grill. And that was...
in New York.
Looking back, that was very bootleg. It was like not sealed up. It was hard to keep temperature. It was not good.
And why did you do that?
I didn't have like a charcoal smoker or anything. Plus I was learning at that point.
No, but like, why did you want to do that?
Because I
first
didn't
place?
want to pay the money it cost to buy pans and pans of like barbecued meats. I'm like, I can do this myself.
For birthday parties or something?
Well, no, I graduated from my second time from community college with a computer information systems degree. And when we went to do a party, a graduation party, it turns out if you go and buy pounds of pulled pork barbecue, it seems expensive. You just get a plate of food. It's like, oh yeah, this is good. But then you're going to get like 5 or 10 pounds for a whole big thing. It's like, whoa, this is like well over $100. Well, back then it probably wasn't well over $100, but more than what we would want to pay. And so I'm like, man, I can do this myself.
Yeah.
Which is part of one of my mantras is I can do it myself.
Right. We look at something, we're like, we can make that.
Or fix that or repair that or whatever. I pretty much do all of that myself.
Yeah. So your first smoker was a piece of crap.
I mean, it was a decent gas grill. You turn it on and you can grill like chicken breasts and hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff pretty good. But once I saw the results of it, I was like, man, this has got to be something better than this. So then more research. And I bought a, let's see, it was called a char griller from Lowe's. Mm-hmm. It was just a charcoal grill it was an offset smoker with a firebox on the side.
We had that at Collington Farms, right?
Yep. I brought that down with me when we moved.
Yeah.
Did some modifications to that to make it more efficient. That was the thing. It was like the efficiency of it. I really wanted to make sure I was doing it efficiently. And what that meant is like sealing up cracks and insulating stuff so that the heat stays constant, stays, where it needs to be, 225 all night long.
Yeah.
But that's the like ground level. You're like staying up at night. The thing's waking you up because the temperature is not good or whatever. You're adding more coals or you're shaking the coals or you're moving the coals or all that stuff to keep that at the right temperature. And it's like you're up all night. You sleep a couple hours.
Yeah, I remember that. Like I remember that time period.
Yeah.
So how did it switch from a hobby to a business?
I would say, oh geez. I don't remember. I think someone asked me to smoke them a Boston butt for their party and everybody liked it. I think that's what it was. But somehow we ended up making a bunch of barbecue pulled pork for like everybody in Collington Farms, and people loved it. And we're like, hey, maybe we could sell this. Maybe we could do catering.
Was it
some
sort of like community neighborhood event up in the green?
Screen on the Green is what it was called.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yes, Screen on the Green.
Right, and we were like, you weren't supposed to like do a thing on the green or whatever. So I think we asked, who was that? Who's the girl, the woman that moved to like, shoot. She had a couple kids and the boys were friends with them. Stacy somebody, whatever.
Kuntz?
No, not her. Oh. But we asked them, hey, can we set up on your grass? Because they couldn't tell us we couldn't do it if it was like on private property. But,
right.
So we set up on the grass, we pulled the meat, made sandwiches. That's when Mom came up with the sauce, and that was so weird. But yeah. Yeah,
the sauce was an accident, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah. So one thing about my mom is that she's not a great like cook. She's not really going to cook things really often. But boy, does she have the ability to come up with something on the fly.
That's her thing. I kind of like want to plan because I don't like the stress of stuff.
You're a planner for
but
sure.
But she is like, nah, we'll get to it when we get to it. And then all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom.
We follow a recipe. Mom is one of those who like measures with her heart kind of thing.
I mean, kind of. I mean, we measure with our heart too.
Sometimes.
I guess while we're making the recipe.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Mom came up with the sauce on the fly.
Right.
And somehow in the midst of that, she remembered to write it down.
I told her to write down everything you did.
Oh.
We still have that piece of paper with like the slop. It's the slop on it. Yeah.
Good. And thus Meat in the Middle sauce was born.
Right. this is correct. Yep.
So people loved it so much. They were like, oh my gosh, can I have this for my next birthday party?
Yes. I think it was Tara Giradella.
Was it?
Yeah. I think it was her for his daughter's birthday.
Wow. That's crazy. And then it was like weddings and rehearsal dinners and like.
Nah, not that came a little bit later, but I mean, is this episode going to be about like all of the stuff we're talking about? I guess.
I mean, we're introducing ourselves.
Okay.
We're giving some people
we're
background.
doing the whole history of Dickie Doo's barbecue.
Is that okay?
No, it's fine.
No, it's not okay.
Well, maybe we could save that for a whole nother episode.
I mean, I'm just trying to get to where we are now.
Right, I got you. So I'll skip ahead a little bit. Learned how to weld, made a few smokers. Mm-hmm. Everything's efficient. Can do like 20 something butts at a time. Do festivals. Do catering. Spend the better part of 6 months to a year finding a place to open. Settle on a place. Stay there for 13 years and be frustrated about where the location is. Basically.
That's the short story.
Yeah, reinvent the business 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But it was still the catering is still the way it was.
Yeah. The catering is still the like heart of it. What carries us. It's the bread and butter. The bread and butter, as they say.
Yep.
So we created Rambling River Mercantile.
Right. So now, yes, it's now Rambling River Mercantile. That's the name of the building. All the stuff that's in there, the different businesses are all kind of at that location.
It is different businesses, but it's not different businesses because it's all still one business.
Well, I don't know what you call it then.
Yeah, it's just the
departments.
The different
departments. The catering department, the bakery department, the coffee department, the gift shop department.
The events department.
Yes.
Yeah. Food truck department.
Yep.
It's all one
There's the weekly
business.
update. There's the media department.
The media. Yep. Cool. So we are qualified. Basically, the point of it all is that we're qualified because you've worked in food way longer than I have, but I grew up in your business of food. And then like,
I mean, you cooked growing up and baked and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. But because of you.
I learned it from watching you.
Yeah. I don't think there's much that I learned just like by chance or like on my own. I mean, maybe a little bit.
That's not true. After a while, when you moved out and stuff, I think you did a lot on your own.
Oh, well, yeah, but like the basics of stuff like was learned through you.
Right, gotcha. Same with me. I learned that stuff from my mom. Mama T. Yep. Mama T, the drink lady from Dickie Doo's Barbecue.
Yeah. She's the, I don't want to say like she's like not the one who started it all, but like she's a big reason that we're both involved in food industry and love of food and.
Right. Oh man, I don't know. I guess I was just going to say something. Oh, it was the cinnamon rolls. But then I was like, wait, that wasn't the cinnamon rolls. It was like the chili. And like, oh, wait a minute. Not the chili. It was the, other stuff that I learned how to cook growing up and then learned flavors and taste and how to add things and make things taste better and whatnot. So it wasn't just the cinnamon rolls. But the cinnamon rolls on an annual basis was an event.
Yeah.
Which is carried on to Rambling River because we make the cinnamon rolls every week.
Mostly every week.
Right. For people.
I don't know at what point I really shifted to like the specialty flavors. Have you noticed? I mean, I have done the original ones quite frequently in recent months, but I've like gotten into this routine of
seasonal,
like featuring a special flavor. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll just do like 8 different flavors of cinnamon rolls one week, and that's the only pastry that we have.
You know what I just noticed? I was looking through pictures and stuff. The giant cinnamon roll. We only did that one time, but I think it was well received. We should do that again.
Every day? It's so tricky though.
Twice a day. Maybe twice a day. Saturday.
Or we just bake them on demand.
Okay, somebody comes in. We have the cinnamon roll. What in the freezer?
No. I meant to say like we bulk batch them, but then only bake a couple each day. That way, they're always
Got you.
fresh.
So we keep them in the fridge. Keep the dough in the fridge.
Yeah.
Put the needle on the record. Put the dough in the fridge. Waka waka.
Nice. A little dough remix there.
Yeah, a little dough remix.
Don't rate me.
Don't rate me. So anyway, that's funny. This was the business meeting.
Kind of.
We're having a business meeting.
So the other thing that really qualifies us, and if you know us Triskies, me and you, anyone who knows us, they knows. They knows we got the sniffer.
Right. Yeah, we can smell.
Yeah, your olfactory senses are directly linked to your taste.
Yep.
We can smell anything. If there's a smell, we'll smell it.
The
and then we'll tell you about it.
Caitlin growing up, and you'd always hear, I smell something. I smell something.
That's my catchphrase.
I think I say it too now, yeah.
Is
something burning? I smell something electrical. Is something burning? What did I smell?
What does
something?
that smell?
Everybody else is like, what?
Something?
I don't smell anything.
And then all this, like a hound dog going around like, nope, here's the source.
Oh my word, the hound dog. Your mom hates that. I'm going,
yes.
You got to get that
Joel
into those. Too. You got to get this.
You just walk around sniffing, trying to get this. You
got to get it into the receptors and see. And it's like a mystery. Mm-hmm. And if you can't solve the mystery. I know what that is.
Yeah.
Someone farted.
Or like compare the smell to something else that is similar.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we always know what things smell like, what things taste like, whether it's good or bad, because we have just excellent sense of smell.
Right. We're going a long time on the sense of smell. Wow. Okay.
Sorry. Anyway, so what's your favorite smell?
Whatever is in the bathroom right now that fires off every little while.
Oh, the Glade or whatever.
Yeah, that smells pretty good. I'm like, somebody's got some like kind of fruity stuff going on here. It smells good.
I like the smell of cinnamon rolls.
Oh man. I mean, who
banana
doesn't?
Bread?
Oh, that banana bread. You bringing that up. Why you're like, I don't like it. Don't do that anymore. I want to eat all that stuff.
But we got to talk about it.
I know. Oh, the cinnamon rolls. When you walk by and those cinnamon rolls are going, or how about this? How about like you walk by the speed rack and all the cookies, the oatmeal cookies are in there. And it's like,
yeah, cinnamon. It's cinnamon for me.
Butter and brown sugar caramelized. It's pretty sensual.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know food. We love food. We go places to eat or like coffee shops or wherever, and it's like,
this needs salt. This is terrible. This is too sweet. This didn't raise enough.
We just pick it apart.
Right.
We pick it apart.
And we bother everybody with it.
Yes, it is. It is on an abnormal level. Most people, the majority of people, are not looking at food the way that we do.
Right. Their attitude is like, you're just going to poop it out. Who cares?
It tasted all right.
Not me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll eat almost anything, but I will criticize it as well.
Yeah, same. I'm not going to eat a mushroom, though.
I love those stuffed mushrooms from Longhorn, man.
No.
Love those things.
Hate those.
Well, don't be a baby about
it. Joel and I went out to eat the other night. We went to, where did we go? Oh, we went to a Japanese place in Whitset. And I got extra zucchini and chicken. And he got an extra side of mushrooms. And they brought out a plate of mushrooms.
Oh, I would eat all those.
for his hibachi. I will say, though, their score was a 96, and I didn't see it until like after, which
Mhm.
96 is not bad. I didn't look it up though. But as I was eating my chicken, I was like, this chicken is not like hot.
Oh no.
Yeah. There was no repercussions, but I just was like actively eating it and being like, did this really cool down that quickly or?
Right. Not good. Yeah, not good.
Yeah. But the zucchini was good. The zucchini was hot.
The more I live, this is a terrible thing to say, but the more I live, the more I think of how difficult it is to get food poisoning and to get sick from food.
Right. People lived hundreds of years without modern refrigeration and heating stuff. Like,
right.
I think our bodies are designed to.
And I think the government hypes it up because they don't want anybody getting sick and all that. But like, I think some of it's so
because everything is so liability
it's fine to be
focused.
Cautious.
Yeah.
It's fine to be cautious, but like literally,
you know what? One thing is that really bothers me is that people are so okay with overcooking their chicken because they're afraid of salmonella. That is one of my biggest pet peeves.
I can't stand that. It's not juicy anymore and it's dry and it's sucking all the moisture out of your mouth when you're eating it.
They're like, oh, I need a little pink, any amount of pink, or got to make sure that I have to make sure that it's cooked. I'm like, get a meat thermometer. Mm-hmm. Get a meat thermometer and then it will be fine. But no, they're like, nah, I'm going to overcook it because I don't want to get salmonella.
Right.
And like,
is it salmonella you get from chicken?
Mm-hmm. You can.
I thought it was rickets.
And eggs.
It's not rickets. I was just joking.
I got that now.
Okay.
But anyway, that's a pet peeve of mine. I see it on the internet a lot and I'm like, or people who like they're like, oh, I can't touch raw meat.
Right.
Like, stop being a baby.
I know. We were so intolerant.
Your ancestors literally went and killed the chicken themselves.
Right. They grew up doing it at like 6 years old. Cut the neck off of this thing.
Isn't that why Gramps didn't like to eat chicken?
Right.
He had some trauma.
Right.
Killing all the chickens. How about that egg shortage?
Lame.
But where are all the if there's an egg shortage?
Right.
Why is there not a chicken shortage?
I mean, you make a good point because literally you get more eggs per day than you do the growing up of the chicken.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you send me that thing? It was like some sort of conspiracy about the eggs and stuff. No, I think I watched it.
No, I didn't send you that.
Okay. So let's move on. Let's see what else we got talking about.
We're talking about food.
I know we are, but like we've been beating it up.
I mean, is there anything else we need to share about us? Like what?
I mean, I shared a lot about me.
Oh, you haven't asked me any questions.
What's your name?
My name is Caitlin.
Okay.
I like to go by Katie.
No.
My family calls me Kate. Debbie calls me Kay.
Or K.
Jess calls me KT.
That's right. You know who else calls you KT is Linda.
Linda.
Right.
She got that from Jess, I think.
Right.
Hey, KT.
Hey, KT.
Yeah, that's my name.
Don't wear it out.
Yep.
Do you like baking a lot more than, say, cooking?
I think it's equal.
Okay. I mean, you're the baker.
I enjoy both pretty equally.
Right. I think, yeah, you are a both. But I was going to say...
Because when I'm at home, I cook a lot.
Right. Oh, man, with this new kitchen... It has been such a nice time to be able to cook.
We're going to have to christen this kitchen with cinnamon rolls this Christmas.
Yes. I think we can.
I think we can too. It's big enough.
We should.
Yeah. So that's about me, I guess.
So as far as the podcast goes, we're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about upcoming things.
We're going to talk about sanitation scores that we noticed. We're not going to go... We had plans to like really deep dive into sanitation scores and like that environmental health part of things. But I think we're going to scale back from that and just...
I think we can just touch the big points, the things that are really like, whoa, this was bad. Don't go there.
This place literally is selling fish from the Haw River.
That's a bad thing.
Did our friend tell you that story?
No.
No? I'm not going to say her name just for like...
Right, yeah.
Anonymity purposes.
Right.
Whatever.
She's an ally, though.
Yeah, she is. She inspected a place recently, not this year, but I think it was at the end of last year. And she was like, what is this fish? Because it was just like not skinned. Like it was just straight up fish
like
in
a piece
bucket.
of fish sitting there, yeah.
Yeah. No, multiple fish.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, I just go and catch it from the Haw River. And she was like, I think she said she thought he was like making a joke.
Right.
And then she was like, wait, you're serious? And she was like, you can't do that.
No.
And he was like, oh, no. Like, and she was like, no, you have to.
He was selling it?
He was going to skin it and like, clean it and stuff for
the
sale.
Business.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which on one side, that's crazy that, we're at a point in society where you can't just go catch your own fish and sell it.
True.
But at the same time,
it's the Haw River.
It's the Haw River. Like, we don't know what kind of mutations those fish have gone through.
Right. For those of you listening that don't know, the Haw River was polluted by a lot of textile stuff.
Reputation.
Right. There's a lot of textile mills that are on the Haw River, and they just let their stuff go down in there.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but
yeah, it's perfectly fine and clean and safe now.
Right.
I let my kids swim in it before.
Right.
But it has a reputation, especially with older folks, like from the 50s and 60s and 70s.
Doesn't it smell a little bit in the summer?
I don't remember. I think people remember it smelling a lot when they grew up.
Right.
But I think currently it's not smelly. Like that. Are you talking about like that sulfurous smell?
I don't know.
It is brown though. Fun fact, we did contemplate the name Muddy River Mercantile instead of Rambling River, but we got some feedback, which...
Some people poo-pooed it. They're like, oh, you don't want to make people think about mud, and mud is dirty.
In hindsight, I think it would have been really cute and very representative of where we are, but it is what it is.
Right.
Rambling River is kind of a mouthful.
Right. Maybe we could have done like Contaminated River Mercantile.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not.
No,
it didn't. That went over like a lead balloon, I guess.
Yeah. That one wasn't. You could have done better, I think.
I know.
Fishy River?
I'm still practicing.
I see that. Yeah. So, you have something that you want me to try?
No.
You drank it all?
I drank almost all of it. We'll do a review. We're going to review some things.
Yeah, but you tell me what you think of it.
Well,
what is it?
I brewed a little bit of this coffee.
Where did you get this coffee?
Oh man, I told you I wanted to write it down so I could remember it all, but this was I don't know, we went to the Renaissance Festival and we stayed in that place.
What?
When we stayed overnight in this like hippie place that had no bathrooms, you had to go to like up to the bathroom, and it was like a outhouse. It was like a nice outhouse.
Oh, you and Mom recently just went somewhere.
Yes. Okay. It was when we went to the Renaissance Festival. We stayed close to wherever that is, Rutledge or something.
Wait, no, you're legitimately saying it was after we all went to the Renaissance Festival?
Yes. We stayed.
You didn't go home?
It was for my birthday.
Oh, yes.
And it was like a hippie place that had like composting toilets, and the shower was outdoors. It was like literally you were outside in the shower and the hot water and stuff. It's kind of weird.
It was hot water.
I know, but it was a little bit cool out. Around my birthday, it was November. And part of the package was on the very last day, they have a coffee roaster that rents an area of that place, of that compound, the hippie place. And we took a tour of roasting the coffee and how it all works and all looking at all the brand new beans and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things was that he was working out because when he found out that I was, in barbecue and stuff, he's like, oh, I got these smoked beans. I'm like, cold smoking the beans. Like, oh, wow, that's pretty rad. I want to try that.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave me a little package, and that's what this is. Almost gone. Poured it on myself. The smoked coffee beans.
And so what is cold smoking?
Cold smoking is like 150, 140, 150, 160. It's not, cooking, like essentially cooking the stuff, but you're just cold smoking.
Okay.
You can cold smoke fish and you can cold smoke, what else do they do? Cheeses, you would kind of do a cold smoke. It's called cold smoking, but like 150 degrees is still warm.
Yeah, but it's not enough to cook it.
But yeah.
Unless you left it on there for like days.
Right. It's called cold smoking. And I think you can do jerky that way and stuff like that, dehydrating jerky and whatnot.
Okay. So did you get these beans for free?
Yes. I want to do a shout out, but old girl over here is like, no, let's just wing it. And I'm like, I wanted to get the information.
Well,
I'll do it the next one. I'll tell them who it was, but it was, remember they had the camping type logos and I sent you the photos of the stickers that they had that were like similar to our badge stickers.
No, I don't remember that.
Oh my word. What do you got? Dementia?
Maybe.
Okay.
Early onset.
Right. It's from all the sugar growing up.
Probably. It's those Pop-Tarts.
These, you ate a lot of Pop-Tarts?
I think so.
I thought it was...
Here we go.
It was the crackers with the butter and the brown sugar in the bed.
In the bed? Isn't that what a Pop-Tart is, though?
The brown sugar ones, kind of, yeah. It's more of a pastry than a cracker.
Do you remember the time when you were outside doing something and I was microwaving hot fudge for some ice cream?
Okay.
Do you remember me burning my arm? I was like trying to take it out. And
was it in the glass thing?
Yeah, and somehow I ended up like I don't remember how I tilted it, but I had like tilted it.
Because you were like trying to drink it?
Yeah, hot fudge out of the microwave. I was trying to drink that. And like it like splattered on me.
Right.
Like a plop of it. And I like freaked out because it was
A
so
plop of
hot.
it?
And so like I was rubbing it around and just spreading more hot fudge all over my arm.
Right.
I was like screaming for you. And you like brought me to the bathtub and we like rinsed it off with cool water. And I literally probably had like first or second degree burns on my forearm from some hot fudge. So, tell me how fat you are.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you come up with any more like, I'm fat and how fat are you? I burn myself on hot fudge every week. It was like the Schmuckers.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember the incident, but I'm glad that I sprung into action and I did the right thing.
You didn't just leave me either.
Right. And then chop my arm off.
Sit with what you've done.
Yeah. Oh, terrible. Learn a lesson.
All right. Sorry. Detour from the smoked beans.
Okay. Smoked beans.
So you made some of this. Oh,
yeah.
I just wanted to quickly touch on how you did get these beans for free. And Matt has this good luck part of him.
Oh, man.
Where he just always gets us free stuff.
Right. It's the, I think Connor and Colin would say like, I have a high charisma rating.
Oh, you got the Riz.
Yes, I got the Riz. So in any given situation, right, you roll the Dungeons and Dragons dice, and then my charisma level is so high.
Boost.
Yeah, and that I roll like a 20 every time, and then I end up getting free French fries, or here, try this, or, put an extra, chicken wing on there for me. And like, all right, we'll do that.
Yeah, he always ends up with some sort of free, extra, free sample, free, just something.
Yes,
he should schmooze.
Yeah.
Schmoozing.
Yeah, schmooze in there. Now, you must already know this, but like when Mom and I were dating at Roberts, we would go to Denny's at night. That's where all the kids went, down the street to Denny's, and we would be drinking coffee and tea and all that kind of stuff. But the cheapest thing they had on there was like a quesadilla. So you would either get
sounds
like a
right.
cheese quesadilla, or you could get like one with like hamburger in it, or like meat or something like that.
Okay.
And I would be like, can you add like some fries or something on the side? Like, yeah, I'll do that for you. And then so like I would always get an upgrades and stuff, and it was just the way it is. It doesn't hurt to ask, and if you're nice, people are just like, yeah, I'll do that. They feel good because they're like doing something. They have power. Anyway, free
the
beans.
Sneakiness of it.
It's not sneaky. I mean, I'm not telling them in their ear, hey, can I have some extra fries with that, please?
Yeah. All right. So back to the beans.
Do you want to derail the bean story more or no?
No, but
Okay.
No, but
Just curious. No, but. So anyway, it is a darker roast, and the smokiness of it is not overpowering. It's not like liquid smoke or anything like that.
Yeah, gross.
Sometimes, like, I don't know if you noticed, like a couple smokes I did ago, where there was the brisket and the ribs and stuff. Must have had a lot of wood or something, and it was good. It was very smoky.
I remember you saying a couple times, "Oh, this is really good." I think I mentioned too. I was like, "Is this extra smoky this week?" And you're like, "Yes, it is."
Yeah. Well, normally, just for people, we use smoke, but like we kind of taper it back so it's not so overpowering for people.
Yeah.
But this was good. This was good. I'm loving it. This is not overpowering at all. This it's just has a light smoky flavor to it. I like the roast, and it's pretty good actually.
Is it a medium roast? Do you know?
I think it's a medium roast. I'll have to look. It is more of a medium. It's not like an espresso bean or anything, but the I think it tastes pretty good. I mean, it's not, when you think of smoked coffee, you can't think of it like smoked coffee. It can't be like, oh, this isn't smoky. Yeah.
Chunk of charcoal.
But like it's just it's just another little essence of it that you can add. Yeah. Or note. Like, you know what I mean? The C or something. I want to try it again. I've only had 2 cups of it, but I'd like to investigate it a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
we should do Does It Espresso.
We already ground them up.
Oh, there's no more beans.
Right, you ground the whole beans and put them in the pouch. Yeah, you could regrind that. I bet.
I'd have to do some research on that. I don't know how good that is.
Well, what do you? Oh, because you've already opened the bean up to all of the
elements. Yeah. I'll look into it. That's a possibility.
Make it finer. You know, I called you today, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, maybe I can put this smoked grounds into that mocha pot.
Oh, you didn't use that?
I did not use that because for a mocha pot, it needs to be
espresso,
fine.
Yeah.
Right. And that was not, you had already ground up all this stuff. Plus my grinder, I don't know where it is.
Didn't you bring it camping?
No.
No? Okay. I don't know where it is.
It's in the back. It's all packed up from Collington Farms.
Oh, okay. Cool. So good beans. Good beans. Cool beans.
Yeah. It does have a smokiness hints to it, but it's not overpowering at all.
Cool. Well, thank you for your input on that. We'll shout out the person next time.
Yeah, next time. And then you can try it.
Yeah.
We'll do a try again.
We'll do it. All right. Well, I think we should wrap it up. Right. As Debbie says. So what is the future of Mainly Food Focus going to look like? What are people going to expect from us?
I would say that they're going to need to expect us to get better.
Eventually, if you do the same thing over and over, the idea is that you get better at it.
Right. No, I think we're going to get better sound. I think we're going to get a better layout.
Okay.
And I think we're going to get better at like the segments.
Okay.
And I think we're going to try to be funnier. Maybe we'll come up with some bits.
Dude, sometimes in our lives, I'm like, you even say the same thing. You're like, that was not a good one. We weren't funny at all. That was lame.
Right.
And then people are still like, oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious.
Right. Oh, that was so funny. Like, what? We didn't really say anything funny.
We just have the essence of funny.
Right. The charisma.
I guess. I don't know.
The riz.
Yeah. Sometimes in lives, I'm like, okay,
that was kind of boring.
That was dumb. All right. See ya.
Right. You know, I was thinking about is we can put this on Facebook too.
Sure.
Just put it on all of them.
Yeah, we'll put it on the Mainly Food Focused Facebook page and then share that page on our business page.
Right. I think we need to put on Rumble and YouTube. It's put it on the YouTubes. Yep.
Yeah. So besides the technical stuff, though, what else can people expect? Are we going to have any guests on here?
Yeah. Did we? This is the business meeting again.
Everything's a business
Everything's
meeting.
a business meeting. We're always sitting there talking about stuff, and then we're like, "Wait a minute, this is the podcast. We need to stop."
We should make shirts that say, "Wait, this is the podcast."
Right. Oh, that's a good idea. Mainly food focus. This is the podcast.
Yeah.
We should get merch out already.
Yeah. Boom.
Right. Write that down. Do you have your notes?
It's over there.
Okay, well, remember it.
I'm gonna.
I don't know. What do you have to add about that?
I mean, we're gonna have guests on.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna bring Mama T in here and talk about, the different restaurants that she's owned. You growing up in those environments. We'd like to have some local people on. In the food industry, not in the food industry, people we can just bounce off of as far as conversation goes. Right. I know we would love to have someone from the health department on, but they're not allowed.
Well, don't forget Miss Jane. She worked there for however many thousands of years or whatever.
Miss Jane.
She's been there for a long time, so she might be able to come on and do some things.
Yes. So it's not always going to be just us two boring
jamokes.
Daddy-daughter duo.
Diddy. Hey, Diddy.
Yeah. And then, as we eat things or try things or bake things, make things, go places, we're going to talk about them. Like back several months ago, I wanted to do a whole segment on the food that I ate in San Diego and Arizona.
Oh man, nobody's ever got time. We got to make time for it though.
Yeah. That little guy right there, he's got a snack.
Is it an ant?
Yeah. Not anymore.
Oh no, he's still there.
Oh yeah.
So what? We're gonna have business meetings on here, by accident because things come up to our mind, and
yeah, we're gonna do reviews.
Comedy.
We're gonna do sanitation scores. We're gonna talk about food industry. We're gonna talk about businesses, other people's business, our businesses.
Right. We're not gonna mind our own business.
No, we're nosy people. I'm nosy.
Right.
I'm a nosy person. I've been a nosy person since day one.
Right. I know that's right.
How many times did I get called nosy when I was a child? A lot.
Get your nose out of my business.
Yep. Cool. Well, thank you for listening to Mainly Food Focus. This is our introduction episode. I am Caitlin.
I'm Matt.
And we will see you guys next time.
Yep, next week or something maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. Never know. Another 8 months.
Yep. Nice. All right.
Bye, y'all.
See ya. Hold it.